Welcome back. Taylor Swift is known for many things, like her obsession with the number 13, her love of her cats, and her impeccable baking skills.
So today we're celebrating the pop star by giving some of her favorite recipes a try. Here to teach us how to bake it off, like Taylor Swift, is Swiftie superfan Gavan Knox.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
And I am so excited because it feels like your two worlds are colliding today. You're a baker, you're a Swiftie, and here we are. This is glorious. So give us some insight into Taylor the Baker.
Yeah, so I'm absolutely thrilled, as always, to be here talking about two big passions of mine. In my red era.
You got it, nailed it.
So Taylor, as we know, when she's not touring or producing albums, she is an avid baker. She's constantly online doing shout-outs to chefs, to other bakers, to foodies that she loves and supports. She bakes for Travis and his team, the Kansas City Chiefs. He bakes for her celebrity friends. Yeah. And actually recently, I'm not one for gossip, but Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, I believe, has gone on record saying that, you know, Taylor and his daughter Sterling, who's 3, have been bonding over baking.
Oh, so sweet.
And it was really, really cute.
Yeah, that is so good. So sweet. So I do want to get into some of Taylor's favorite recipes, starting off with the sweet treat she's most famous for. She even posted a really cute handwritten recipe on Tumblr back in the day. So tell us about her chai sugar cookie.
Sure, yes. In the days of Tumblr, does anybody actually remember that?
I never used it.
So Taylor posted a handwritten recipe, which was a huge hit with fans, and is based on a recipe by Joy the Baker. Okay. It's a sugar cookie, which Taylor tweaked by adding some of her own ingredients to it.
Can I put it in my mouth?
Work away. I've not.
Oh, it's good.
So basically, Taylor tweaked it. It's a basic sugar cookie recipe, but she tweaked it by adding some chai tea leaves. So basically, a chai tea bag, open it up, put it into the mix, and finish it off with an eggnog glaze. Her own words, and I think this was doing the rounds maybe in 2014, is that it's like having Christmas in September.
It really is. Love that. Those nice, like, like cinnamon, clovey,
it's that warm
notes. Yes. Okay, back in 2020, Taylor posted this photo with the caption, "When you're proud of your buns," so proud of your buns that you post them on the internet. So that she recently made a specific cinnamon roll famous. So how are these buns involved in her love story?
So Travis Kelce has actually gone on record saying that Taylor makes good cinnamon buns or cinnamon rolls. And this recipe here is actually from a favorite haunt of the couples in Kansas. So the restaurant is called The Rye in Leawood, I believe, in Kansas. And it's where the couple go lots of times, and this is one of their surefire hits. So much so that Taylor was having a girls' night out with Brittany Mahomes, and she ordered these to go as a special treat for all those involved in it. Good?
Yes, please.
Yeah, what makes these so special?
So these are slightly different to the ones served in the restaurant, which are dough-based ones served in a skillet. Again, it's easy to see why they would be a big hit. These are a much more enriched dough. There's lots more butter in it, so they're slightly like a pastry. Great thing about these is you can make them ahead, store them uncooked and unglazed in your freezer, take them out, pop them in your oven. Fantastic cinnamon rolls to go.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
That's a hot tip right there.
Another thing that Taylor the Baker is known for is her homemade Pop-Tarts. I've never actually had an original Pop-Tart. Never in my life. So I want to try yours for sure. And they may have caused some bad blood with the Chiefs head coach. So what is the story behind that?
So yes, as I mentioned, Travis said that Taylor makes good buns. The other thing he said is that, moving on, avoiding that one, she makes good Pop-Tarts. And these have been such a hit that she made them one time for the football team. However, the head coach, Andy Reid, missed out on them. He has got some serious beef with Tay-Tay at this stage.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. And this is, of course, a lot of you are going to know this story, this smart marketing ploy that the toaster pastry brand, actually asked her to release the recipe. They took out a full-page ad in the Kansas City Star.
Come on.
And the Kansas City, and they posted on Instagram. So it read, "To KC's most famous fan, we heard there's a Pop-Tarts pastry, your version, and in its honor, we're donating to Harvesters, a local Feeding America partner food bank. But if you release the recipe, we'll double our donation." So did she?
As of yet, it is unverified. However, Swifties, being the super sleuths that they are, have done some deep diving and background checking. And as I mentioned, Taylor is constantly referring to specific food chefs and bloggers. And they reckon this recipe, which is the one you have here, is from New York Times, food site where they have a recipe for Pop-Tarts.
Okay.
It is incredible.
It's as good as
They are
anything.
so good. Okay, so next up we have these oatmeal chocolate chip cookies from the Food Network's Anne Burrell. And Taylor actually tweeted at Anne back in the day saying that discovering these cookies was, quote, a real turning point in my life. Like,
Wow, dramatic.
a powerful cookie. So tell us about these.
So yes, these are indeed life-changing cookies, I can say that. Like I said, she is constantly giving shout-outs. If she finds a recipe that she likes, she will give that person that credit. Hi, Taylor, I'm still waiting. And these are a really good oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. So they're a traditional cookie made with creaming your butter and sugar, adding in your wet ingredients, and then your walnuts, chocolate chips, and there you go. It's fantastic.
And a little bit of salt in it, too.
A little bit of salt. There's a good thing about it. Anne Burrell recommends that when you take them out of the oven, sprinkle them with the salt straight away, and that helps it stick. So it gets you that salty, sweet combination.
Really
So
good.
good.
So good.
I do want to talk about another cookie. There's another chocolate chip cookie recipe that Taylor is known for, and this one might be a little bit more in style right now since it's made with the trendiest fall ingredient, pumpkin. So tell us about this recipe.
So these are pumpkin chocolate chip cookies, and yes, along with the chai ones, they're another one that Taylor is really known for. Like I said, when Tumblr was around, she was really active on that, and fans would always ask her, where did you get the recipe, or could you give me a recommendation for a recipe? This recipe, in Taylor's words, is pretty solid. That's a recommendation if ever there was one. So they're by Food Network chef called George Duran, and basically it's a pumpkin chocolate chip cookie that you make. They're spongy, so they're not
so
like a traditional
soft.
cookie.
Yes.
They're not crispy and hard. They're quite spongy and cakey.
Okay, let's quickly do the last one, which is a berry pavlova that she made in 2014 for Ina Garten. And it looks like this one might be so delicate. Tell us about it.
Isn't it? So yes, this is an Ina Garten recipe that Taylor loves. It came about because a food magazine did an interview article where they paired celebrity icons. So this was a music icon giving their recommendation, or their hero.
Yeah.
And Taylor chose Ina Garten. They spent the day basically bonding over food, boys, diet, and whiskey sours. What better way to spend the day? Really?
Perfect day.
You know?
I hope that's your afternoon. It's perfect. For this incredible Taylor baking tutorial. And if you want a recap of any of these recipes for yourself, head over to our YouTube channel after the show.
And studio audience, listen up. Our friends at Clubhouse want to help you bake it off like T-Swift, so they're giving you all an assortment of products to take home. Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.